Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf on Board, where this week we are playing Aeon's End. We have Zai and Mist against Rageborne. At the end of the last episode, the Nemesis went and drew a power at the end of the last round and another power at the start of this one. Now, power cards, when these counters go down to 0, and they go down 1 each Nemesis turn, then they get activated. Now, this one says I need to spend 6 ether to prevent it, and if it doesn't, it will unleash twice, meaning it will pick up 2 tokens here. Fortunately, the tokens are currently 0. They're 0 because in one of those turns, there was a strike, and whenever there's a strike, it gets reduced by 3, and there had been 3 at the time in there. Now, in this one, we have discard 2 cards in hand that each cost 4 or more. And it's power 2, and it unleashes twice. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. I got a little bit of time to do this one, while here, they could come up next turn even. So we'll see. But I don't think I'll be able to bring... Well, Xai is definitely not going to be able to wrangle up 6 mana on there. Let's see what we can do here. May lose 1 charge to deal 2 additional damage. So what do I have here? I have 2 spells coming up, so obviously I'll need to do some casting. So we'll do that. And spend the charge to do as much as possible there. Then we'll dash a spark there. And this deal 2 damage may lose a charge. That's the same spell I just cast there. And that's only 3. Obviously, not enough to do anything. I'll just focus this breach. And that will end the turn. And we're starting to get our firepower up. Now, what can we do here? We've got spells aplenty, that's for sure. Well, we're going to need to make room for what we've got coming up. Play the gems. Oh, yes, that's right. I could discard a card in hand, and if I do... Now, first I want to see what this is. Deal 3 damage. Deal 2 additional damage for each prep spell in an adjacent breach. So obviously, she wants to play both of these sparks in here, so discarding a spark won't do any good. If I discard the crystal, I want to be able to focus number 3 breach, but I've got 3 in there now, so I don't need this. So actually what I'll do is discard the spark, so since I don't need that, and let's put this here, focus that. Now I got some firepower. And we get to go again. Actually, now do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I've got 6. No, 1, 2. Well, I think I could be able to wrangle up 6 to get rid of that power. All right, that's good. So now let's do that. That does 7 points of damage. I have to cast that one, and I'll keep that one in reserve. So finish casting. Now I want to play... I'll try to get these right, so I'm going to do them in a particular order. Gain 1 or cast any player's prepped spell. I have no pressing need to cast one of those spells, so I won't do that. So I'll do that to gain 1. So I got 4, 5, 6, preserve, because I've got exactly what I need at the moment to get rid of that. So strange, I haven't had a need to use the durability of that yet. But sometimes you just need 1 more in order to be able to handle it. See, I've got 2 spells coming up, so yes. Deal 2 damage, you may lose a charge to deal 2 additional damage. Unfortunately, I don't have that. So I'm going to just toss. Actually, I need to discard 2 cards in hand that cost 4 or more. Oh. So what does this do? If I don't satisfy it, unleash twice, Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Unleash twice. I don't think I really mind that one all that much at the moment, so I will just ignore that. And, well, perhaps I should have thought of powering that up, but I didn't think about that at the time, so I will I don't think I need to buy. I think I've got more than enough cards at the moment, so I'm just going to start charging up and use that instead. Yeah, I think that's the best way of handling that. And of course, Rageborne goes unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Unleash twice and suffers 3 damage, which is exactly what that was going to be giving when that goes off. It plays Haste Viewer back into play. I'll put Haste Viewer back into play. And I'll just have to hope that the Nemesis doesn't go next turn. Okay, good, because now we can get rid of Haste Viewer. And discard up to 2 cards from hand, deal 3 damage for each card there. We'll see which is it. While prepped, at the end of your casting phase, deal 1 damage, deal 3 damage. That can deal... Alright, we could yeah. Discard up to 2 cards from hand. Interesting. Alright, let's get rid of the... Still not too sure which one I... Alright, let's get rid of that. And get rid of that. Alright, well that took care of Haze Viewer pretty quickly. Lava Tendril. I have no pressing need to cast it at the moment, so I am just going to finish casting, and that does that 1 point of damage over there. I think that's the first time I actually used that ability. I think usually I just cast the thing. And that just gives me enough for a charge. And what does Mist do? Well, we still have this option to discard 2 cards that cost 5 or more, which are those cards. Is there anything pressing we need to do? Well, the first thing we need to do is to play that spark. Yeah, let's... Alright, so we got rid of those. We'll do that, which is actually going to do nothing real because I've got nothing, but that does get rid of that. Just in time, too. To discard, lose 4 charges. Power 2, unleash 4 times. That looks bad. Spin 7. Unleash. The player suffers 4 damage. Well, 2 power cards at the same time again. And spend 7 and unleash 4 times. Yeah, I really don't want that to go off. Lose 4 charges. Well, we could arrange that pretty quickly. But first, I got 2 cards that need to go up here. That's another Phoenix Flame. Oh. Now, interesting. Most interesting. Because unfortunately, I'm going to have to charge up 1 in order to be able to pay that off. So I want to free up one of my things here. And this is well prepped at the end of your... Oh, this is... Let's do that. And... Finish casting. Oh, I still need... No, I need 2 slots open, so I need to do this anyway. But I don't want to keep the charge. All right. Get rid of that. Okay, good. Now, yeah, that isn't going to be able to help us in any way, but that does give me room to cast my spell. You have to prep your spells. You can't just discard your spells. You have to either prep them or keep them in hand. Now, let's see. Here, I don't need to cast any spells here because all I've got are gems. Oh, I need to spend 7. So I should be able to arrange 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, gain the 1. Play this, and I need to gain the 1 because I want the 7 for that. Get rid of that. And bad things don't happen. Well, other bad things could happen, but that's another matter. Actually, I'm not doing too bad at the moment. I got Rageborne down to 38. Let's see, deal do damage. You may lose a charge, but I don't have any charges at the moment, so that's not going to happen. So well, I've got 2 spells. Darkfire, discard up to 2 cards. I think I will need to cast these spells anyway. Not optimal. And I have no way to focus that. What I need to do is I need to get this open. That's what I need to do. So let's start charging that up. Discard up to 2. I'll put that one there, that one there. And once Rageborne, unleash twice. The player with the most prepped spells discards their most expensive prepped spell. And well, Mist discards. Fortunately, they both have the same number. And since Mist has the cheapest, unleash twice, any player suffers 2 damage. Okay, we're going to get a bite. And what do we get here? Any player suffered with the most open breaches suffers 3 damage. Who suffers the 3 damage? I guess Xayah suffers the 3 damage if they both have the same number of open breaches. And I get 3 turns scot-free and... Oh, Chaos Arc. Oh, we got a Chaos Arc. So therefore, obviously, we want all the breaches open. So I will not cast that. That's one nice use of sparks, is to use them as adjacent helpers for that. Let's see, glass core. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get that opened. And 2 charges, it looks like. And now this is to discard a card from hand if you do ally draws a card. Actually, that might not be a bad idea, in which case I'll have to use up durability on that to get what I was planning. Alright, oh, hold on. Didn't I just say I wanted to discard that card? Oh, boy. So, alright, and now that we just do this, use the durability in order to bring it up to 6. Oh, hold on. Actually, I don't need the durability. I only needed 1 charge. Actually, preserve the durability because that's going to go open there and I get 1 charge. All right. And place that there. Yeah, that's a good turn. And which order do I want these? Actually, I think that was better overall better. All right, let's see. All we need is the Chaos Arc to. So let's just put that in there. Finish casting. Toss that into there. Cast any prepped spell. No pressing need. And 2 charges. We're at the stage of the game where probably won't be buying too many more spells. Alright, this obviously has to be cast. I need to... Oh, yes, drawing that extra card actually could be very useful because I need that to feed this one because... Let's see... what do we have here? I've got crystals. And I have 2 spells to cast and both flights out, so I can't actually do anything with it. So I'm going to have to cast that. That's the disadvantage of what I did on my discard, because I still don't have that opened up. And just get a charge, because it'd be nice to be able to buy that Chaos Arc, but I haven't been able to grab up the 6 on there. That's the disadvantage of my going straight into spells and not buying any gems on this character. But I think it's a bit late in order to change strategies at the moment. You may lose 1 charge to deal 2 additional damage. That seems to be the usual use, and I could use... See, 3, I can actually focus on this turn. So I think I'll go in there so I could just get that freebie point of damage. And actually, no, I want... Let's play the gems. Focus that. Place this into there. Place that into there. That's the turn. Venomite. Player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage, or any player discards a prep spell that costs 3 or more. Well, for now, we'll do that. Scorn. Gravehold suffers 3 damage or unleashed twice. Oh, boy. They are coming in bunches. Alright, which one do I want worse? Let's see. Persistent. Any player discards a prep spell that costs 3 or more, or the player who suffers the lowest life suffers 2 damage. So obviously I can't have that one going on too much longer. Persistent. Gravehold suffers 3 damage or unleash twice. I think I could afford that a little bit more. Let's get rid of Venomite. A good thing I have my +1 breach now open. Now the Chaos Arc, of course, still has... Oh. Ah. Okay, I needed to get rid of that thing, so I wound up doing that non-optimally. Actually, see, any ally draws 4 cards. All right. All I have to do is get 4 points for that. 1, 2, 3. That'll do. Yeah, that very non-optimally. Let's see. What does this player need to do? I'm thinking if there's any way to deal 2 damage. You may lose 1 charge to deal 2 additional damage. So I'll still be left 1 short. While prepped, yeah, that just deals 3 damage. So I don't think that's going to be doable. I'm just thinking if it would be good just to cast that immediately, and I don't see any real advantage to doing so. We'll see if do I need the point, because right now, let's get that. This is going to be, actually, take that back, because this gives me gain 1 or cast any players, but this one says I may discard a card from hand. So do I discard this? Yeah, because we want her to get as many things. She's going to be going eventually anyway before the next time he goes. So that may be useful. So I've got 3 right now. I need only 1 more in order to be able to do something. Actually, I will gain that 1. Have it at 6. Gain 2 of these. Activate that to give her extra cards. Gain a charge there. And I will cast... And I'll cast that. Okay. Not what I expected to do, but that'll work, I think. How's she? Oh. Ooh, he's down to 16. Oh, it's Mist's turn. All right, good. Then 3. Oh, that's not going to do me much good. Anxiety. What can Zai do now? We've got 1 to get rid of that. I think it's Graveful suffers 3 damage or unleash twice. I think the best thing to do is to get rid of this guy. Lava Tendril. Now, what do we have here? We have 1, 2... For our heavy spell slinger, it looks... I think I need to buy a couple more spells at some point, because I don't have too many things here. Now, I'm going to need, of course, to play all 7 and 2. And I can buy this, and I can buy that. That'll leave me with 3 left, and I can open that breach. Yeah. Oh, that was... And now let's see who goes when. Rageborne. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Unleash twice. The player with the most open reaches destroys 4 cards. Okay, let me read that again. Destroys 4 cards in hand or suffers 4 damage. Well, obviously I don't want Xai to lose that. 4 cards in hand. This is 3 damage. Rageborne is down to 2. If we're going to lose... All right, let's see. Let's select Mist. Destroy 4 cards in hand or suffer 4 damage. Let's destroy 4 cards in hand. For Mist. Okay, we get rid of the Spark. Get rid of the Crystal. There's only 1 durability left on the glass core, so I think it can safely go. Now this Chaos Arc, I don't want to get rid of this Chaos Arc, so I'd say goodbye to my Burning Opal. So yeah, that was not optimal, but that's what happens. Deal 2 damage, you may lose 1 charge to deal 2 additional damage. Unfortunately, That's not an option there. Let's see. Darkfire, discard up to 2 cards from hand. Discard up to 2 cards from... Right now, I have 4 cards in hand. Actually, that's it. All right. And what's the good news is... Oh, yes, of course. Oh, Chaos Arc. Deal 3 damage, deal 2 damage for each... Yeah, all right. That's what I did there. Okay, good. Oh! Bye-bye, Rageborne. Yeah, Rageborne had only 1 point left, so I was able to cast that. That actually went pretty well. I think that's the first time I managed to get a split one spellcaster and one economy player working well together. I guess it makes sense that these two will go together, seeing how they're the crossover pair in there. But that is Aeon's End. Setting, the game is put out by Indie Boards in Game, and the implementation for the app is by Handelabra. I was hoping to see if they had the... Oh, crest. Here are the crests. Yes, Aeon's and Handelabra Games. Okay. Designer and lead developer is John Arnold. That is for the app version of it. Indie Boards and Cards Games Action Phase Games are the ones. Game designers by Kevin Riley. Game development by Nick Little, Travis Archance, and Jenny Iglesias. And of course, all the other testers and everything we have in here. So that is Aeon's End against the weaker of the various ones, of the various nemesis that you can find. There are other nemesis that you can play. Currently, we have the Carapace Queen, Crooked Mask, Prince of Gluttons, Rageborne, Blight Ward, and the Wayward One. And these little numbers here are their level of difficulty. So I still need to get an opportunity to beat some of these other ones that we have in here. But that's it for today's little foray into Pineleaf on board, and we'll see you next week for another game. But until then, this is Pineleaf Needles reminding you to game responsibly.